Hello, and welcome to the More Than Muscle podcast, presented to you by your coach and overall favorite person, me, trainer Greg McBride. I'm super excited that you are tuned in today, and you can stay tuned in by subscribing to this podcast. In the More Than Muscle podcast, we will cover the skills, habits, and practices needed to be successful. Going beyond just the physical, we will talk about how to be the best version of yourself, all while looking through the lens of health and fitness. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Hello, we are back for another episode of the More Than Muscle podcast. This is episode 23. Welcome, and let's jump right into it. Today, we are going to talk about you and why you should give yourself a break. This topic, good one, great topic. You know, we are so hard on ourselves. You are going to be tougher on yourself than anyone else. As a coach, friend, between my clients, family, and anyone that I come in contact with, if you want to quickly irritate me, quickly push my buttons, I can't stand when someone craps all over themselves, when they talk negatively about themselves, when they feel as though they're, oh, woe is me, or I hate this about myself, I hate that I do this wrong. When people try to cover up their feelings, or when they put up this wall of defense by making fun of themselves or talk about themselves, that burns me up inside, because everyone is so great, has so much potential to do so many different things, and if you can't respect yourself enough to love yourself and to talk positively about yourself and find the good in who you are, it's going to be a tough time in life. So stop crapping on yourself. I'm just going to start there. Don't crap on yourself. When you're going to slip up. I know I talk about myself sometimes. There's things I don't like about myself, and it's okay. But especially when people get to using this particular word, when someone says, I hate this, I hate that, especially when they talk about their character or their physical characteristics, especially when it's things that you can't change or aren't easy to change, even if it is something you can change, if you come from a position of hate, it's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. So stop crapping on yourself. That's it. No other ways to go around it. Quit crapping on yourself. And once you do that, then you can start to be critical. It's not a problem to be critical of things that you do and say, oh, I didn't like the way that went. I can do better. I can change that. But see, there's already a shift. You've already thinking that, hey, I messed up, but I'm better than that. I can be better than that. Be critical, but be forgiving. Understand, things happen. You're going to make mistakes. You're not perfect. Be critical of yourself, but also be just as forgiving as you are critical. But all that's fine and dandy, and is a great way to approach life and trying to change and be a better person. But, there's a big but. You have to find yourself first. If you can't articulate what your purpose is, what you bring to this world, it's going to be pretty hard to be critical and positive at the same time when you don't know that worth, you don't know that value, and you haven't found that thing that burns you inside, that gives you desire to want to do something and be better. So before you can get into all of that, I would plead with all of you, anyone, if you don't know what it is that you're driven, that you feel is your purpose and your thing, if you don't have that yet, take time. There's plenty of books out there. There's plenty of media out there that can help you kind of figure out who you are and what your gifts are, where your talents may be. And from that, you're going to find there's something that just lifts you up, that gives you energy. Find the things that energize you. When you find that, then you can start to dive into some of this other stuff. So I'm going to have this first topic. I call it just take care of your yard. So growing up, one of the things that I looked forward to the most, even when I was a preteen, this is odd, but one of the things I looked forward to was owning a home and cutting my grass. I couldn't wait to do yard work. I couldn't wait to say, this is my yard, I'm taking care of it, pull up that lawnmower, get it started, and cut my own grass. So, my wife and I bought our first home, what is it, almost 5 years ago now. So we've been in this house for 5 years, and it was a mess. There's no other way to go about it. It was horrible. Did a lot of work on it. The yard was one thing I couldn't wait to get started and, turn it around. I'm a pretty proud person, as in I take pride in things that I do, I own, and I can take care of things. So when I saw the state of the yard, I'm like, I'm gonna turn this around. I told myself I'm gonna have the best yard in this neighborhood, on my block. That's just who I am. If you ever looked at some of the homes on my block, I am not. Don't know if I ever will be. There are some immaculate yards. There's a guy that every time he cuts his grass, I think he pulls out his leaf blower to get the little extra clippings that he may have missed. He puts mats down on his driveway so he doesn't get any tire marks or rust spots from his car when it's on the driveway. I'm not going to go to that level. Kudos to that gentleman. But take care of your yard. And what I mean by take care of your yard is there is work that needs to be done. Do it. So again, back to my yard. We spent 2 whole years trying to get our yard to look the way we wanted to. We worked on our landscaping. We were weeding. I was putting down all kinds of things that kill. Our yard wasn't even grass. It was 80% weeds, dandelion, crabgrass, all of the variety. We took out, there was a heaping pile of rocks that was used kind of as landscaping that no one finished. So there's a pile of rocks sitting by our front door, some half spread out. Took all that out, put in some mulch. Like I'm telling you, this is sweat, back breaking. I did kind of ruin my back doing a little bit of that. Hurt for months. But we put the time in, and yes, it took us 2 whole years before our yard looked okay. We were proud of that. COVID comes around. We thought we were still doing a great job, but all of a sudden, come back around the past year, and it looked like we didn't do a thing. Now, it is very easy to say, what the heck happened? We suck at this. Forget it. We spent all that time, all that effort, all that money, and it still isn't the way we want it to be. And this is a parallel to our lives. When you put a lot of time and effort in something, and you may have some success, and then failure may follow, it's not the end. The great thing about having some success and then failing, you know exactly what it takes to get to that level. You're not starting from ground zero. You have experience, you have knowledge, and you can apply that right back into where you were. So we're right back on the same process. We're trying to get our yard back together. And it's just knowing that, hey, it's not going to always be perfect. There's going to be some hiccups. I don't know what happened. Maybe there were some insects, something. Maybe it could come from someone else's yard. I have no idea why my yard looks the way it does. But I know how to fix it now. So I'm not going to say, hey, I'm the worst. I got the worst yard in the block. I'm a horrible person. Everyone looks down on me. Nah, I'm going to fix it. I know I can do better. I can figure it out. So just know that we are not perfect, and we never will be. No one on the face of this earth is perfect. No one for the rest of time will ever be perfect. Unless God incarnates on the face of this earth, there will not be a perfect person here. So you have to know that you're going to fail. Know that you're going to fail and say, so, failure is not the end. It's just an opportunity to learn. So take that failure and tell yourself, I will be better tomorrow. That is the key. If you can know that you have some worth there, you have to know that you have that worth. You have self-worth. You have value. You are important. And with that foundation, you won't feel the need to talk down to yourself. Every time you make a mistake, oh, woe is me, I suck, my life is horrible, no one will love me. Not the case. You are always this perfect, imperfect human. That's what we are. Our perfection is in the fact that we're imperfect and have the ability to continue to strive and be better. continue to put effort in ourselves and other people as well. So know that you're going to fail, and then say, who cares? Keep it clean. Who cares? You're going to fail. You can keep better tomorrow. You're going to fail today. You may have failed yesterday, but tomorrow's another day. You have another opportunity to improve on where you are now and to be a better person, to do better, to move to the next level in your career. Keep going. And you can't do that without the love. You can't say you hate everything about your life. You hate everything that you do and expect that to be the catalyst to give you the strength and the desire to change. If I hate something, why do I even care about it, You don't have a car that you say, I hate this car. Let me go put 20-inch rims on it, polish it up, get a new paint job, fix the dents. I hate this so much. That's something you do, things you love. You take care of things that you love. You take care of people that you love. So love yourself. Take care of yourself. Big thing is, you are the only thing that you will always have. Above all else. You may have your family, you may have your friends, you may have your things sometime, but when all those things are gone, what are you left with? Just you. So if you can't find that self-love, that self-worth, and knowing that that's something that's inside of you that you have from the beginning that's going to be with you forever, it's going to be very hard to build on that and not get down in the wallows every time something happens wrong, or every time you feel you let someone down, you let yourself down. It's going to be very hard not to feel like I'm a failure, I suck, I'm going to lay down and not get back up. So it's just those three simple things. Take care of your stuff. Take care of your yard. Weed your stuff, man. Do the small things and work on improving yourself, and knowing that no matter how much improvement that you make, you are going to fail still. You're still going to slip up. You're still going to have these reoccurring themes. They may be less at a smaller magnitude and won't be as big, but you're still going to have things that are going to trip you up, and you're going to have to say, that's cool. I know this. It's happened before. I'm going to fix this. Get back on track. I'm the man. I'll tell myself, Gregory Mother effing McBride, I'm going to get it done. I don't care what happens. I know that I have the strength and the ability to do better. And I'm going to keep working to do better. You're not perfect. You're going to fail. And love yourself. Guys, these are the keys. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Stop the hate. Stop the hate. Stop hating yourself. Find the love, find your purpose, make it happen, guys. That's what I have for you today. Give yourself a break. Until next time. Yeah, I know what it is. Be more than muscle.
This has been another episode of the More Than Muscle podcast. Thank you again for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope that you found something that you can take away and apply immediately to your life. I am your host, Trainer Greg McBride, and until next time, train with purpose and be more than muscle.